The heart of fire. Long before cities rose from stone and metal, before even the stars were named, the world was wild and sacred. Forests stretched endlessly, rivers roared with untamed power, and beasts ruled the land as freely as the wind. In a quiet valley, surrounded by towering mountains, lived the Karoo, a tribe of hunters and gatherers who honored the spirits of nature. They lived by the sun, hunted by the moon, and kept sacred their most precious gift, fire. A living flame kept burning at the center of their camp, believed to have been granted by the Sky Father himself. Among the Karoo was a boy named Aro. He was not yet of age, not tall or broad like the hunters, but his heart pulsed with a fierce light. His gaze was steady, his words few but purposeful. In a world ruled by strength, Aro's strength was hidden deep, a flame that refused to die. One night, the skies turned black. Rain poured without end and wind howled like ancient spirits. The sacred flame, the fire of the Karoo, sputtered and then died. Panic spread. Without fire, the cold would creep into their bones. The beasts of the woods, who feared the flame, would draw closer. And worse still, the tribe believed that without fire, they would be invisible to the spirits who watched over them. The elders gathered in silence. One whispered of the ancient legend, that the first fire had come from the Red Cave, high in the mountains, where the spirit of flames slept in the earth's heart. But no one had gone there in generations. Warriors who tried never returned. The path was cursed, the stories said. As fear gripped the tribe, Aro stepped forward. "I will go." The people stared. Some laughed, others gasped. "You," said Elder Noma, her eyes kind but firm. "You are a boy." "Fire does not care for age," Aro replied. "If none will go, then I must." There was silence. The old chief, with eyes clouded by time, finally nodded. "Then go, child. Go, and let the spirits test you." Before the first light of dawn, Aro set off, carrying only a stone blade, a hunting spear, and a pouch of dried meat. His mother placed a carved tooth around his neck, a talisman of courage. "Come back with fire," she whispered, "or not at all." Aro climbed through shadowed forests, crossed cold rivers, and passed under trees so old they seemed to whisper in forgotten tongues. At night, he slept under leaves, listening to the sounds of the world, the hoot of owls, the low growl of unseen beasts. On the third day, he met a pack of wild wolves. They circled him, their eyes hungry. But instead of running, Aro stood still and faced the leader. He did not raise his spear. Instead, he met the creature's gaze without fear. The wolf growled, then backed away. One by one, the others followed. Aro continued, heart pounding, but spirit unbroken. Next came a raging river. The current was fierce, the rocks slippery. Aro lashed together branches and vines to make a raft. It broke halfway across. He swam the rest, battered and breathless, but alive. The storm came that night, cold and cruel. He found shelter beneath a ledge and pressed the carved tooth to his lips. "I will not stop. I will not turn back." And the wind, strangely, seemed to hush for a moment. On the seventh day, Aro reached the Red Cave, a gaping maw in the side of a blood-colored mountain. Warm air flowed from within. The walls pulsed faintly, as if the earth itself had a heartbeat. He stepped inside. Deeper and deeper he walked, the darkness growing thicker, but ahead a flicker, red and gold dancing. He followed it. There, in a vast chamber suspended in the air, burned a flame unlike any other, not on wood, not on stone. It floated, alive like a heart made of fire, but before he could reach it, a shadow formed. A towering being emerged, formed from smoke, cinders, and ash, eyes glowing like molten stone. "Who dares enter the heart of the flame?" it asked. Aro stood tall. "I am Aro of the Karoo. Our fire is dead. My people are afraid. I have come to bring it back." "Many have come before you," the spirit said. None returned. What will you offer? Aro hesitated, then knelt. I offer my heart, my life if needed. Not for glory, not for power, only so my people may live. The spirit paused. Then, slowly, it reached out a hand made of flickering light and touched Aro's chest. A searing warmth surged through him. Not pain, but power. A mark appeared on his skin like a glowing ember. You carry the fire now, but remember, true fire does not burn to destroy. It burns to protect, to guide, to awaken. Aro returned after 10 days, thinner, worn, but walking like a man who had seen the soul of the world. In his hands, he carried a stone bowl, and in it, a small but eternal flame. The tribe gathered in awe. When the fire was rekindled in the sacred circle, it burned brighter than ever before. Even the oldest among them felt warmth in their bones they hadn't known in years. From that day on, Asho was no longer called boy. He was Asho Flamebearer, the youngest ever to sit among the council of elders. But he never claimed to be a hero. He often said, I only did what the fire would have done. I chose not to fade. And so, the legend of Aro lived on, told around campfires, whispered by elders, sung by children, a story not just of fire, but of courage, heart, and the kind of strength that burns within, silent and steady, until the world has no choice but to see it.